Right. So this week we're going to talk about our soul omegas, which is a powerful plant omega. Um, so Soul Naturals has a powerful plant omega that has an array of 100% plant-sourced omegas, including omega 6, 3, 7, and 9. So why is that important, right? Our bodies can't make omegas on our own. Okay, so a lot of other nutrients and vitamins, if we're short, our bodies can kind of help make them, but not omegas. So we can only get that from a food source, and our brains need it to survive. So it's no, they're basically fat. They're called essential fatty acids because our bodies can't make them on our own. So omega-3, omega-6, and omega-9 fatty acids are all important dietary facts. Interestingly, each one has a number of health benefits for your body. However, it's important to get the right balance of omega-3s, 6, and 9 fatty acids into your diet, and an imbalance can contribute to a number of chronic health diseases. So omega-3 fatty acids are polyunsaturated fats, a type of fat your body cannot make on its own. Since the human body cannot produce omega-3s, these fats are referred to as essential fats, meaning that you have to get them from your diet. Omega-3 fats are incredibly important. They have many powerful health benefits for your body and your brain. In fact, few nutrients have been studied as thoroughly as omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are used for the formation of cell walls and assist in improving the circulation of oxygen intake. So why is an omega-3 deficiency a major health problem? So unfortunately, most people don't eat enough fatty fish regularly or take effective doses of omega-3 supplements. And some researchers have speculated long-term omega-3 deficiency has serious consequences. Omega-3s are such an important part of cell metabolism that the molecules that are consumed quickly. Unlike minerals such as calcium, which typically can stay in the bone for a relatively long time, the cells need a regular supply of omega-3 molecules. So this explains why it is important to get a certain amount of omega-3s every single day for optimal cell functioning. So like omega-3s, omega-6s are polyunsaturated fats. Omega-6 fatty acids are also essential, so you need to obtain them from your diet. And these fats are primarily used for energy, although omega-6 fats are essential. The modern Western diet contains more omega-6 fatty acids than necessary. So the recommended ratio of omega-6 to omega-3s in the diet is 4:1 or even less. However, the Western diet has a ratio of usually 10:1 or even 50:1. Therefore, although omega-6 fats are essential in the right quantities, most people in the developed world should aim to reduce their omega-6 intake. And some omega-6 fatty acids have been shown to benefit and treat symptoms of chronic disease. So what's interesting is that, most people that I'll do nutritional deficiencies. Most people, I didn't mean to go this far ahead, are deficient in omega-3s, right? Because they're not eating enough of these things on a regular basis to get the omega-3s, or not supplementing appropriately. A lot of times when they're telling me they are supplementing, it's not, they don't understand, like they're taking 1 or 2, but if they look at the bottle, they really need to be taking way more capsules in order to get what they need. But what I find interesting is that when people are omega-6 deficient, and usually when I start digging in to find out why they're deficient in omega-6, it's because they've cut out all fats. They're kind of on this no fat diet. I don't need any fats, none whatsoever, not in any way, shape, or form. And that's dangerous too. So even though usually just from eating, the standard American diet, we're going to get enough omega-6s, there's always like if you're extreme in not eating anything, right? You could be deficient. And you can get this from whole foods, right? Avocados, chia seeds, salmon, that sort of thing. So then there are omega-9 fatty acids, and we probably don't talk about these nearly as much, but they are monounsaturated, meaning they only have one double bond. Oleic acid is the most common omega-9 fatty acid and the most common monounsaturated fatty acid in the diet. Omega-9 acids are strictly essential, meaning they can be produced in the body. In fact, omega-9 fats are the most abundant fat in the most cells of the body. However, consuming foods rich in omega-9 fatty acids instead of other types of fat may have a number of beneficial health benefits. One large study found that high monounsaturated fat diets could reduce plasma triglycerides by 19% and bad, very low density lipoprotein, which is VLDL cholesterol, by 22% in patients with diabetes. Another study found that feeding mice diets high in monounsaturated fats provided insulin sensitivity and decreased inflammation. The same study found that humans who ate high monounsaturated fat had less inflammation and better insulin sensitivity than those diets high in saturated fats. So why do we need these essential fatty acids? For lots of reasons. There's like 14 reasons there, and you probably keep counting. It can help with anxiety, depression, eye health, brain health. It can help reduce symptoms of ADHD in children, fight inflammation, fight autoimmune disease. It can help with Alzheimer's, prevent cancer, reduce fat in your liver, help with bone health, improve your sleep, good health, and we can keep going and going and going. So most omega supplements on the market are plant-based, or not plant-based, they're fish-based. So why would we want a plant-based versus a fish-based? Other than the fact that I think they all taste like fish, and then I just don't want to be burping fish all day long, which is gross. But an omega-3 fatty acids are really important in the normal functioning of all tissues of the body, but they are best obtained through a plant-based diet, not a fish oil supplement. Some of those other omegas are okay to get from a fish oil supplement, but not the omega-3. Fish contains high amounts of bad fat and contain unsafe levels of contaminants. And there's no fiber. Fish has no fiber, which is an essential nutrient for digestion and cancer prevention, but also getting those omegas where they need to go. In fact, according to a new study in the Journal of American Medical Association, fish-based omega-3 supplements do not keep your brain healthy. It does not improve your heart health and may increase men's risk of developing prostate cancer, proving that they are best obtained through the plant-based diet and supplements, not fish oil. In fact, what a lot of people don't understand is that when they're getting it from a fish oil and it comes from the fish, that's actually coming from the plants and the algae that they eat, not the fish itself. So it's almost like a third party type thing. And we can get into, how they were farmed, how they were raised, how they, we can get into all of that because that's another factor in this, but we won't do that today. So our omegas are made of sea buckhorn, chia, sunflower lectin, black currant, and flax seeds. And I want to note on here that it does not say soy because I have not found another plant-based omega that does not contain soy. Most all of them contain soy. We'll talk a little bit about that when we talk about the sunflower lectin. So the sea buckhorn is the adaptogen in the blend. And sea buckhorn oil has been used for thousands of years as a natural remedy against various ailments. It is extracted from the berries, the leaves, and the seeds of the sea buckhorn plant, which is a small shrub that grows in high altitudes of the Northwest Himalayan region. It's sometimes referred to as the holy fruit of the Himalayas. Sea buckhorn can be applied to the skin or it can be ingested. It's been a popular remedy in Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicines. It may provide health benefits ranging from supporting your heart to protecting against diabetes, stomach ulcers, and skin damage. So there are 12 science-backed benefits of sea buckhorn. It's really rich in many nutrients, minerals, and plant and beneficial plant compounds. It's naturally full of antioxidants, which help protect your body against aging and illnesses like cancer and heart disease. The seeds are particularly rich in quercetin, which is a flavonoid linked to high blood pressure, and it helps reduce the risk of heart disease. What's more, these berries are full of potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron, phosphorus, and they also contain good amounts of folate, biotin, and vitamins B1, B2, B6, C, and E. So that's what I like to tell people, like how ours are set apart, is that you're probably not getting these other vitamins and minerals from another omega as you are from these Solmegas, right? You're not also getting biotin, magnesium, folate, all those other kind of things. You're literally just getting whatever that omega is in the capsule. Okay, it promotes heart health. Sea buckhorn may aid in your heart by reducing blood pressure, improving blood cholesterol levels, and protecting against blood clots. It protects against diabetes, may help your insulin secretion and insulin sensitivity, both of which can protect type 2 diabetes. Helps protect your skin, helps the skin heal from wounds, sunburns, frostbite, and bed sores. It may also promote elasticity and protect against dryness. That's why a lot of us will even break open that capsule and add it to our AC cream or use it alone directly on the skin. Sea buckhorn oil is rich in plant compounds such as flavonoids and antioxidants, which help your body fight infection. It helps support a healthy liver because, and it may help fight cancer. There are certain beneficial plant compounds which may offer some protection against cancer. So in our Solmegas, we use both the seed and the fruit oil is included in our capsule. With the natural superior properties of omega-3, omega-6, DHA, and EPA, sea buckhorn is also a coveted omega-7, as well as an omega-9, making it the most complete plant compound omega in the eyes of many. With over 106 biological compounds in this oil alone, including 22 fatty acids, this wonder plant is often called a superfood and is the subject of studies that is beneficial to affect the skin, the heart, the cholesterol, and the brain. So before Solle, I was using another plant-based omega, and it did have the sea buckhorn in it. But when I started asking about processing and how they did it, they didn't use the whole plant. So we use, the berries, the fruit, like all of it. They only used part of the plant in that. And then when I really started looking at the ingredients, it also used soy. Okay, so chia seeds are among the healthiest foods on the planet. They're loaded with nutrients and can have an important benefit for your body and brain. They deliver massive amounts of nutrients with very few calories. They are loaded with fiber, protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and various micronutrients. They are loaded with antioxidants that help protect the delicate fats in the seed. They also have various benefits for health. Almost all the carbs in them are fiber. Almost all of the carbohydrates in chia seeds are fiber, and this gives them the ability to absorb 10 to 12 times their weight in water. Fiber is also various beneficial effects on the health. I had somebody tell me one time they were doing a low carb diet, so wouldn't do chia seeds. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So anyway, but that's also why you only need a little bit, right? You're not going to go eat like a cup worth of chia seeds, because even though that may not seem like a lot, once it gets into your stomach and starts absorbing, it's going to go from this to this, right? So they expand because of the fiber, but we also know the fiber has lots of other benefits to it, right? Chia seeds are also a high quality protein. which is higher than most plant foods. Protein is the, so fiber and protein. Chia seeds are also high in omega-3 fatty acids. However, humans are not good at converting this into DHA, the most important omega-3 acid. So this is important because I'll have people be like, but I just do chia seeds. I don't need an omega because I just do chia seeds. Well, if your body can't necessarily convert it and it's only an omega-3, like you need some other things to actually get that doing what it needs to be doing. So yes, it's important, but your body needs a few other things to convert things the way you need it to. Chia seeds lower the risk of heart disease. They are very important for bone nutrients because they contain calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and the protein, all essential for bone health, and they can help reduce blood sugar levels. Studies show that chia seeds may lower the rise of blood sugar after a high carb meal, possibly benefiting people with type 2 diabetes. All right, so lectin, we use sunflower lectin, okay? This is why I put on here, once again, FYI, most other plant-based omegas use soy lectin, okay? So lectin describes a substance that is naturally found in the tissue of your body. It is made up of fatty acids and has a variety of chemical and medical uses. Lectin works as an emulsifier, meaning it suspends fats and oils and keeps them from mixing with other substances. Lectin supplements can be purchased to treat high cholesterol, as a breastfeeding aid, and to treat ulcerative colitis and other things. So our non-soy lectin source not only provides a long-known health properties of lectin for digestion and nervous system health, but it is also included to aid fat emulsification and assimilation. So why do we want to avoid soy? Okay, if you have any kind of autoimmune disease specific, anything related to your thyroid, whether it's autoimmune thyroid or just hypo or higher, soy is not great for that, okay? 99% of the soy produced in the United States is genetically modified. It's a really cheap protein. It's a really cheap filler. So they can mass produce this and put it into everything. We are already getting soy in a lot of things. Like you're eating it in foods you don't even know you're eating it in because it's a cheap filler. We don't need extra of that in our foods. So already we know from a nutrition standpoint that soy is very unhealthy for people with autoimmune, like I mentioned, diabetes, heart disease, thyroid issues. And so this idea that it's kind of been deemed a health food is really just people saying it's a really cheap way for us to say you're getting something, right? And usually it's genetically modified. So that's why we use the sunflower lectin instead of soy. I think I have something in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, so many people who have thyroid issues lean towards eating healthier, always go to soy, and it can interfere with the absorption of thyroid meds. Yes, and any good doctor should tell you that you should avoid soy. I've been told by like all of my doctors, because I have Hashimoto's, I was told very early on, even when it was just hypothyroid, that I should be avoiding soy, and absolutely hands down avoiding it with the Hashimoto's. Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Let me get a drink. Oh, I didn't bring my water up here. That wasn't very smart. Okay, I lost my note. Okay. So, so specifically, sunflower lectin has been shown to lower cholesterol. They have discovered that it can contribute to raising the HDL good cholesterol and lowering the LDL bad cholesterol. And it can improve heart health, especially if you are already at risk at developing high blood pressure or heart disease. It helps improve digestion. That's the other thing with soy. Our bodies are not made to consume so much soy. Our bodies just can't break it down and digest it like we should for most people. Um, I don't remember where I was. It may help with dementia symptoms. Clinical research suggests that a diet rich in choline, which is contained in the sunflower lectin, can lead to sharper memory and improve with people with Alzheimer's. It also helps improve brain function pathways, and it can help soothe and moisturize the skin. There's a lot of evidence that lectin, when used alone, can cure acne and eczema. Although some people use it for that, taking lectin supplements can theoretically improve your skin since it tones and stimulates other parts of your body. I actually, my poor little Cameron's eczema just from all the swimming has just been acting out. So when he gets out of the pool, I put the AC cream on him, but when it was really bad at first, I would even take a capsule of this, break it into the AC cream, and then put it on him when I got out of the pool because it was so bad the first week with all the chlorine. So it's really helpful for the skin. It's basically cleared it up. All right, so black currant contains many vitamins such as vitamin A, B5, B6, B1, and vitamin E. The most significant is vitamin C. In fact, black currants carry 4 times the amount of vitamin C than oranges and double the amount of antioxidants of blueberries. This beneficial vitamin C, the body uses vitamin C to metabolize protein and form collagen, which is essential for skin care and anti-aging. It can help boost the immune system. So in addition to the vitamin C, they also have plenty of antioxidants and anthocyanins, which can help strengthen your immune system, soothe sore throats, and ease flu-like symptoms. Black currant leaves have a wide range of properties, including antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antitoxic, antiseptic, and anti-cancer. They have a direct effect on your body's inflammatory response because they contain what's called gamma linolenic acid, GLA, which is a type of omega-6 fatty acid that is said to help ease inflammation in the body. And the high GLA and anosylin can reduce joint and muscle pain, stiffness, soreness, and damage. The grape-based, the GLA, well, okay, let me see here. Okay. Oh, this is another cool one. It can help treat dry eye. Clinical trials with blackberries found that these berries improve eye function, including your eye's ability to adapt to the dark, blood flow to the eyes, slowed progression of visual field deterioration in people with glaucoma, and symptoms of visual fatigue. In fact, after I had cornea surgery, she told me to make sure I was taking a good omega because to help with my eye and the repair, which obviously I already do that. Flax seeds, okay? They're loaded in nutrients. Their health benefits are mainly due to their content of omega-3s, lignans, and fiber. It has a lot of heart benefits that are linked to lower risk of stroke, may reduce cancer because of that lignin, because of that powerful antioxidant and its estrogen properties, can help prevent breast cancer and prostate cancer as well as other types of cancer. Once again, rich in dietary fiber, promotes regular bowel movements and can improve your digestive health. It may help improve your cholesterol. It may improve blood pressure, contains high quality protein as well, and may help control your blood sugar. So the 5 key benefits for Solmegas are cholesterol, helps the body maintain normal range cholesterol levels, heart health, providing joint health and flexibility, skin health, helps the body moisturize and detoxify the skin, helps balance hormones and protects glandular system, and provides essential fatty acids that benefit the heart and brain health. So these are our awesome omegas. And I love that there's been so many ways you can use these bad boys outside the capsule. I use it, with the AC cream to treat, to help with Cameron's eczema. We've opened it up and used it as, a moisturizer and a mask for our face. When my nephew he got like a 3rd-degree burn from a treadmill that was like, not 3rd degree, I think it was 2nd degree. And we just started putting this on his arm. My kids have not had ear infections, but my nephew did. And we literally poked a little hole in the capsule and started dripping in the ear. And that helped relieve ear infection pain. So there's lots of awesome ways that we can use our Solle Megas. So as always, if you want to come off mute and share a testimonial of using Solle Megas or share maybe a unique way that you use it, we can do that now.
So I actually mixed the Flex AC cream with the Omega the other day, and I just rubbed it on my scar. Of course, I was a little orangey, but I just ended up just like rubbing it in more. And so I don't know, that's how I'm using it, because I just know, even though I'm taking them, orally, like it'll help heal a little bit better. Yeah. But I also want to ask, is there an ideal time? I mean, I take mine in the morning, but is there an ideal time of day that you would recommend taking these? And also, I know some people would say they, would like to take 2. Do you ever recommend taking 2 versus 1 for particular people?
Oh, I always take 2. So I always look like if they're deficient, then they should be taking 2, which is a therapeutic dose instead of 1. I would say if they have autoimmune issues, they should be taking 2. If they have chronic pain and inflammation, they should be taking 2. They already know they have like some heart related issues, or they're diabetic, they should be taking 2. It's kind of funny because when I gave these to my mom a while back, she's like, oh, so I only take 1 a day. I'm like, no, you take 2 a day. She goes, but it says 1 a day. And I was like, oh, I always take 2. So, however, she's not deficient. She's pretty healthy. So I was like, no, you can just take 1 then. So, but I'm like, I obviously have chronic inflammation and chronic pain issues. So I take 2. Let me check the chat. So it says, I take mine with Nero at dinner. It helps with my brain health and my non-alcoholic fatty liver and my kids with ADHD. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was Darcy who was on here that we watched her little Laura Kelly. She just bites into it and chews it. It does taste, I did that once because I was like, I want to know what it tastes like. It tastes kind of like hazelnut. But if your kids can't swallow a capsule and they won't chew it because they don't like the taste of it, they usually don't notice it. If you squirt it into like applesauce or something like that, they don't know. Let's see.
I guess I've used it a couple of different times with a different kiddo, like with and I'll mix with the AC cream and put on the eczema that he gets, especially like after the pool, it flares up a lot. Mm-hmm. So I've done that. And then sorry, I've also Presley had cradle cap, and McKady was like, mix it, do a little AC cream and the megas. And so I did that, and her hair was oily for a couple days, but whatever. I just told daycare lady, I'm like, I did bathe her, I promise, but it did help resolve that a lot, because she was having like huge chunks of cradle cap falling off. So
yeah, that's the worst. Somebody else said they were experiencing weird dandruff, dry scalp, and they're trying it on their scalp right now. Yeah, I didn't even think about putting it on Cameron's scalp the other day when it was looking all funky. I think I finally figured that out, but next time I was kind of putting, like I was parting and putting the AC cream, but it'd been a little easier to squirt this in there. That poor kid gets the eczema on his head too.
I've done the poking the little hole in it and putting it directly in your ear for ear infections and that kind of stuff. And then with the essential oil on the outside, made a huge difference. Almost immediately. And
Okay,
she was,
now wait.
was like, I think she was, maybe she was 6 or 7 when I did that with her. And it was like so immediate.
So like a whole capsule or just a little bit or in a cotton ball, or tell me all the things.
You could put a couple of drops and then just put like a little cotton ball in there to hold it and just let them kind of chill for a little bit so it goes down in there, and then have them switch ears if it's into. I know because whenever I get sinus infections, I usually also get ear infections. So I was doing it to myself last. And it's
I was
if you can't get it directly in your ear, that's fine. You can even put it at the end of a cotton ball and then put it in there, because then it'll still start dripping down. But yeah, you want to kind of lay on your side for like a few minutes and then go to the other side, because it'll start going down into the ear.
Okay, yeah, because I was asking for myself actually, like with this sinus stuff that's going on right now, my ears are just like draining and like tender. So not necessarily an infection, but
yeah, it'll help with that sinus pressure.
And yes, that eyelash serum that Corinne did, that helped my eyelashes get back to normal after experiencing like after doing extensions for a little bit. So that was huge. I was really afraid they weren't gonna come back to normal, but they did. So thank you, Corinne.
I have a client, I gave him away once, like on my Soleversary, and I gave clients who came a tube of it. I have a client who still asks me to this day to make her a tube whenever she runs out, because she puts it on her eyelashes and on her eyebrows because she has really thin eyebrows, and like her eyebrows look totally like they're all real and natural now. So I still make this lady a tube every so often when she calls me.
Nice. All right. That's not what I wanted to do, but